Hey, it's Sarah with Loaves and Dishes, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make bacon jam. Bacon jam is delicious. It's perfect on a burger. It's so good. So I have a half a pound, well, not a half a pound, 1.5 pounds of bacon that I pre-cut up and then I cooked in my pot. I just skipped through all that. You guys don't need to see bacon cook. And now I'm just scooping the bacon out of my pot, and I'm going to set that aside for the time being. And you see all that brown gunk at the bottom of your pan? You really want to make sure you get that in your bacon jam. So here in just a second, I'm going to add my diced onions. I did 4 diced onions, and the dice on this does not have to be pretty because you're just going to cook them down. And then I added a little splash of vinegar that I was going to add anyways. I added, seriously, it's like a tablespoon or so. And I am taking my wooden spoon and I'm scrubbing the bottom of that pot to get all of that fond off. Or is it frond? I can't remember. Anyways, that's the flavor. That's the good stuff. Then I added the recipe says 2 teaspoons. That is clearly about 2 tablespoons of butter. And then a 1/4 cup of sherry vinegar minus the tablespoon that I took out of it. Then I added back the bacon. And just FYI, this whole process, and then I'm adding 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. This whole process took about 30 minutes. It took a long time for the bacon to cook, and then to cook the onions down enough, it takes a long time for those to cook as well. So take your time. Then I added some cayenne pepper and some black pepper. And fresh cracked black pepper is best. So if you can get a grinder, do that. And if not, don't worry about it. I'm going to give that a stir. I like to just randomly stir. There's no method to the stirring madness. Then I'm adding 1.5 teaspoons of fresh thyme. The recipe says divided, and basically what that means is you add half in and then you sprinkle the other half on top to make it look pretty. I just put it all in my pot. I wasn't really doing this to make it look pretty. I was just doing it for the video, and we ended up eating it, but so if you want to save some for a garnish, you can. If not, you don't have to. This is really in action how I actually cook. Then I added a 1/4 cup of cola, and then also 2 tablespoons of bourbon, but I didn't have any bourbon. I didn't want to buy bourbon specifically for this recipe because it's expensive, so I didn't put it in. That's how recipes like this work. If something is a small amount like that and it's not crucial to the recipe, you don't have to add it. If it's not going to fundamentally change the recipe, don't add it. Like if you wanted to do this recipe without the onions, I wouldn't really recommend it because then it's not, it's not quite the same. It's something different. I just added 2 cups of brown sugar, and I'm going to mix that up again, and I'm going to let it reduce so that everything becomes kind of sticky. And so there's not very much liquid left in the pot. But that's really it. It did take a little bit longer to make this recipe, so it does require a little bit of patience, but it's so worth it. It's so worth it. If you want to see more recipes like these, check out loavesanddishes.net. If you want to hear more from myself and my mom, we do have a podcast. It's called Dorks with Sporks, and you can find that wherever you listen to podcasts. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We put out a new video every Monday through Friday, and you can follow us on Facebook for more. Thanks for watching.